they study Torah, like they study it free of outside influences.
Right on.
Okay, so they don't write songs like Hazinu anymore.
They don't write them like that anymore.
They don't write them like that anymore.
Dallas is real good at kicking field goals. I give them credit. They may get like 6 or 7 by the end of the night.
And God says, no fatties.
Oh, not this again.
Deuteronomy chapter 32,
Not
15.
this again.
God says, and you'll grow fat, and you'll grow corpulent, and you'll stop listening to me. So God says, don't grow fat. Like, once you start packing on the pounds, then you got to either exercise more, or eat less, or both, preferably. God does not want a bunch of fatties, like walking up and down Pico Boulevard, complaining about some other woman in shul who wears bright colors. Like, God does not want fatties.
Okay, well, can I just comment on that?
And I don't want fatties either.
Okay, well, you know what I can comment on that? Ever since you've cut your beard, your face looks like it's gained 25 pounds.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so before we start pointing the finger at other people, right? Before we start pointing the other finger, let's take a look at your belly. Stand up. Let's take a look at your belly. Let's take a look at this guy's belly. He's going to try to suck in his gut. He's going to try to suck.
I got a little belly. I can lose 10 pounds.
You look like your dad now that you've shaved your beard.
I do look like my father.
How does that make you feel?
It's a great honor.
Do you think at all that you grew that big beard to cover up your dad's face?
I think, I probably wanted to create my own life and my own separate identity and my own look and just move on from my father. But here I am looking like that again.
But Dad never did porn.
Jesus, for sure.
And Dad never did the Jew thing, so you've rebelled against him in different ways.
Yeah.
Because he wanted you to be a good little
Christian.
Seventh-day Adventist boy in Australia. Yeah?
Yeah.
You showed him.
Okay, so as someone who has always belonged to a traditional religious community and yet has always had a personality that puts myself on the margins of every community that I join, I'm particularly sensitive to things that bind people together.
Okay.
So Judaism binds people together probably better than anything I know. You have religious rituals such as thrice daily prayer and a quorum, a minyan. You have Torah learning, you have shared cultural and gastronomic ties, you have a national identity, and you have your own country in Israel. Now the tie between a rabbi and his congregant can be very close. So Joshua was like Moshe's student. Like Moshe and Joshua had like a Rebbe-student relationship. And you don't learn Judaism only through books and through Torah talks. In fact, the biggest determinant of whether or not you flourish in Judaism is your ability to read social cues and to adapt accordingly. So many converts to Judaism flourish, many fall on just this matter alone. So according to the Talmud, if you've never served a Torah scholar, you're ignorant. So I remember helping this one rabbi who knew a lot of Torah, and I helped him on many occasions.
I don't know that it says you're ignorant.
Yeah, Amaharetz.
It says Gedola Shemusha Shatura Yoser Milimuda. That's what it says. It says greater is serving the Torah than is learning it. And what is that? It means serving a Talmid Chacham, right? And it says that the story of the guy who washed the hands of the Talmid Chacham.
Yeah.
Elisha ben Shabbat Asher Yatsa Mayach Al Yidei Eliyahu, because Elisha, he used to wash Eliyahu's hands, right? So serving them is better than learning from them, right? But does it actually say that you're ignorant if you don't serve? You have to show that to me.
Oh, just listen to Rabbi Ari Khan's lecture on
Oh,
Hazinu.
but don't bring up names, please. Okay.
So this rabbi I helped on many occasions, he was aware of many of my shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that I would get into Olam Haba, the world to come, on my service to him alone. Because I was always there helping him out. And he said just like the way I dedicated myself to helping him, that based on that I'd get into Olam Haba. So I thought that was a...
if you help me out, I can make you those assurances.
And
if you give non-taxable, non-tax deductible dollars to my PayPal folks, I can guarantee you a place in the world to come.
Me too.
Give to both of us generously and often. Go ahead.
So what's that girl doing from Fast Times at Richmond High in that ad? Remember Fast Times at Richmond High?
I did not see it.
And then just right around here, she takes off
Why
her top.
are you making me look at a bikini woman?
Oh, Rabs would never look at it.
I was
like
done.
if no one was here.
I was not looking at
like
it.
Like if no one was here, like Rabbi Rabs would never like look for
No.
like pictures of you know,
No,
scantily
not in
clad.
the middle of a Torah learning. Okay, go ahead, next thing.
You can't read your way to success in Jewish life. You can't just observe your way to success in Jewish life. You have to read social cues. You have to earn a good living. If you don't earn a good living, you're going to really struggle in Jewish life. You have to get married and to have kids and integrate into a community, or again, you're going to really struggle in Jewish life. There are many things you'll learn from your rabbi who won't be obvious in books. So a master teacher will kind of read between the lines of your situation and kind of guide you in the path that
You
should
have
go.
to get married and have kids.
If you want to integrate into the Jewish community, otherwise you're going to have trouble. Do you know people who aren't married or
I think that's a terrible reason. If the reason why anyone has kids is to integrate into the community, I think that's a terrible reason, horrible reason to have kids. Because the kids are nothing more at that point than a pawn in somebody's efforts to integrate. They were being used, created to be used as instruments to help integrate the parents. And I think that's very sad and very pathetic. And I hope that is not true, and I hope nobody has kids for that reason. I would strongly object to that.
Would you like to have a beautiful blonde female cantor who sings like an angel? Like the one
I
covered
clicked
this
on
week's
that.
Jewish
I
Journal?
clicked on that because on that link
Yeah,
because I didn't
yeah.
know what it was,
Yeah,
and so I clicked on it,
yeah.
and that cantor, whatever.
Yeah,
You know who
yeah.
she looks like to me?
No.
To me, Bristol Palin. She looks like Bristol Palin.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what is this? That's when I realized that I'm not attracted to Bristol Palin. No, I thought that Bristol Palin was kind of attractive. Like they showed her a couple times, like
Right, right.
on Dancing with the Stars.
Right,
She was,
right,
you know,
right,
like,
right.
and I thought she was kind of cute,
Right.
right? But like, I googled her images,
Yeah.
and I'm not attracted to her photos.
Okay.
I'm not attracted. And this canner looks like her. And I want to say something. If you do a Google image search of Bristol Palin right now,
Mm-hmm.
those photos that show up make her look kind of Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Bristol Palin looks Ashkenazi Jewy.
Mm-hmm.
And that canner looks like her, so by definition, I'm just not attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
So you might consider her attractive, right?
Mhm.
But the difference is you didn't grow up
Right.
Ashkenazi Jewish,
Right.
and to me, they just look all alike like that. So, and I'm not attracted to that look.
Right.
She looks like Bristol Palin.
So you really don't want a female cantor?
There's no such thing as a female cantor.
There is a Beth Am.
Well, Beth Am is not. Who cares? Beth Am is a makam of apikoursis. Who cares what that other religion does?
I like to go there sometimes.
You go there.
Oh, coding.
You guys suck. There's a reason why I picked Washington.
On occasion, maybe once a year, I'll check out something there.
You're not even allowed to go in.
Really?
If you're a Jew is not allowed to step foot in a conservative or reform temple because they are places of a makam of heretics. You're not allowed to go there. You're endorsing heresy by stepping foot there. It's like stepping into McDonald's, only it's worse. You know what it's tantamount to? It's like stepping into Beverly Wood Bakery. Are you familiar with this one?
I think so. It's on Pico.
It's on Pico. It's open Shabbos,
Yeah.
cooking. You know,
It's kosher style.
yeah, it's treif. Okay, it's treif. It's open on Shabbos. It smells really good. But if you went in there, it's a terrible Morrisayan because to the average person, they don't know that that's the one that's not kosher, right? Whereas McDonald's like is more like, oh my God, the rabbi's at McDonald's, right? But nobody would say, oh my God, he's in Beverlywood, because they might think it's actually kosher. So they might learn from that it's kosher, right? So that's why it's particularly